Since the tariffs have now been in effect for a few months here in the United States, I thought it would be helpful to go through and talk about what I've actually paid with them. And I'm doing this talking about Barefoot shoes because if I'm ordering anything from abroad, it's usually Barefoot shoes. So I'll kind of go from worst to best sort of scenarios for the consumer. So the first scenario is basically that the brand does nothing. They just kind of do business as usual, use the consumer, order the shoes, and they ship them. I did this recently with a brand from the EU. I ordered some boots that were over $200. They shipped them, and I was charged obviously the 15% EU tariff because they were made and sold from the EU. I was charged like a $1 processing fee and then an additional $17 processing fee from DHL. That really stinks because not only am I responsible for that 15%, now it's another $17 on top of that. My tariff went from about $33 to $50. Also with these ones, since I hadn't paid ahead of time, I got a message from DHL saying you need to pay within 5 days or we'll send the shoes back. So that was the first time that I was made aware of that total $50 amount. The next option is that the brand has made some arrangements with the shipping company and you are paying that tariff as a line item at checkout. There's a few things with this that I've seen is one, you just need to be aware that you're going to pay the tariff rate based on country of origin. When I was looking at some field grounds, I was first thinking, oh, 15% because they're based in the EU, but actually they're manufacturing their shoes in Vietnam, which is a 20% tariff. And then on top of that, there's an additional tariff because they're a faux leather, so basically a plastic. So they said there was like another 20% tariff related to that. That one kind of stacked up. At least there was that heads up when you're ordering at checkout, you're gonna pay that ahead of time so you already know the all-in cost and you're not getting that surprise tariff bill after. The next option is some companies for the time being have said they will cover the tariffs. So they may still be shipping from outside the US, but they're essentially not including it as a line item, not making you pay after. They're taking care of everything. I know Wildling is doing this for the time being, so if you're ordering from them, like their awesome rainy day rain boots, then the price you see is the price that you're gonna pay. The next option I'm seeing, which it seems like more companies are doing, is they're actually opening some sort of warehouse or distribution facility here in the United States. So Groundies did this actually before the tariffs went into effect. So if you are in the US and you want some Groundies, I would recommend sticking to the US website. I was gonna have some shoes delivered from their EU website, and basically the carrier punched it back and said that they weren't going to deliver them at all because I think they probably hadn't made the proper arrangements. Now I've seen Wide Footwear is basically shut down US shipping for now because they're going to open a facility here. So hopefully more brands start to do that where they're just creating a facility here where they do shippings and then hopefully returns too. So that makes it a little bit smoother and easier overall for everyone. Another option a brand can do is obviously sell through a third-party retailer, and that retailer is then going to pay the import fee when they bring them into the US, and you as a consumer are probably going to see a higher price for that.